in a way that's realistic.
Yeah.
Staying here at a certain age,
Right.
maturity, and you
Your
know
tone
what
is
you want.
Right.
So, see, I know you just published a book. I did one on 30 Days to Greater Self-Love, specifically for women, because of what you're saying. Women are hopeless romantics. We will give and give and give and give and give, thinking that's going to be enough. But it's never going to be enough if you're not the right one.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we need that message to get to women. And it's coming from men.
Right.
Ladies, if they tell you something,
Yeah.
believe them.
Mhm.
I know they may not be honest about everything, but if they're telling you, I'm sorry, if they're telling you what they want,
Or even
that.
they show you what they want. They show you in their actions, you know?
Okay, yeah. Sometimes that.
Mhm.
Like, girl, I love you. We're going to get married one day. And in the back of your head, you're thinking, I'm going to get married one day, but probably not to this chick, but you know.
Well, there's such
Do
thing
y'all
as
know?
red
That's
flag
a good
blinders.
question.
Red flag.
Blinders. Yeah.
Do y'all know when you? That's the question I have.
Yeah.
Like, because I've heard a couple of different things. Like, men will meet a person and they know, like, this is the person that I'm going to marry.
I just
Or,
sleep or keep 'em.
but I'm just saying, do you all know, like, when you meet a
first
person,
someone, 'cause that's what
that this is the person that you can at least see yourself with, or that this is the person that you can make your wife? No, like, I'm good. I've been dating around. I don't need to see nobody else. This is I'm good. Like
if you just meet that woman. Okay, Cornelius.
You're like, I'm going to go over here. Like,
No,
oh, yeah.
I got to respond.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, okay, so
go
when you
ahead.
meet a woman, if
Yeah.
a woman walk through that door and
Yeah.
you see that woman,
Yeah.
in your mind, because this is what my dad told me, and I kept this in your mind, you can say that woman, she's a keeper or she's a sleeper.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you believe that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you believe that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's
basically,
not my question, because you can have a keeper, meaning somebody you want to date, or you can see, that you want to spend time with, or somebody you just want to hit it and quit it. But my question is more from because I always want to understand the psychology for a man when you say you want to make a woman your wife. So when you think about, I want this woman to be my wife, when do you know that? Is it like you kind of know early on? Because I have people that stay in relationship for a long period of time, and they don't ever get married. They don't ever get a ring. They don't ever.
No, you have to. You have to. Dating is one thing, but when you saying that that's going to be my wife,
Right.
That's a process.
Yeah.
That's a process. That's like you checking the box.
Okay.
You're looking at it and saying, okay, what do I need? What do I want? And then you have to kind of be a psychic, because you have to project what your needs going to be in the future.
Dang. Okay.
You got to project like what your needs going to be in the
That
future.
she can be with me down the road, not just right now.
I'm going to look and say, when I'm decrepit and crippled, is she going to wipe my booty?
so she your ride or die.
She's going to be that person.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
And then when you start thinking about that, that's when the physicality and everything else,
Yeah.
she gone.
Yeah.
Or you can have your person, and you know that no matter what happens to me,
Right.
this person is going to be there.
It's almost like having an invisible checkbox in a man.
Okay.
So,
So y'all have that.
Oh yeah. You ain't,
Ladies, y'all hear that? They got that invisible check.
Yeah, you don't have it here, but the love making
Look
is
at
good.
salute to
Our
Cornelius.
conversation is good. I call her when I'm feeling down, and she encouraged me. She supports me. She validates me. All of that, like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, men, get to a certain point where when they do try to go out with someone else and they don't check this box,
Yeah.
it always goes back to the one that's supportive, that was there and checked those little boxes.
Okay.
You begin to look and like, okay, I think I see
I
something.
think what women don't understand is it really is the simple thing. It really is.
I'm loving this.
It's really.
I know, I'm loving it too.
It's really the simple things. Like a lot of times in life, we see a lot of people. Right? We see custodian workers.
Yeah.
We see people that really fall under the radar. Right.
Right.
And if they stop doing what they do, it makes a
You
big
notice.
impact.
Yeah.
And you notice it, right?
Right.
That's a good
That's
one.
how it is with a woman and a man. It's the little
That's a
things
good
that
analogy.
it's the little things that the people
I like
do.
that.
It's the little things that people do.
Yeah.
Just hey, how was your day?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, hey boo, how was your day? They don't have to be all that.
Right.
Hey, how was your day? Hey, or hey man, I'm just checking on you. Everything good?
Yeah.
Everything good? Cool.
Right.
It's the simple things. Hey, if you know I like boiled eggs,
Yeah.
I don't mind you eating what you eat.
Right.
Like, can the brother have a boiled egg?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So it's the simple things, and it's really just the simple things.
I think it's demographics because when you ask when does a man, decide, okay, this is the one. I think when you're younger, I don't think men really focus on men are ride, like you said, people that've been together for a while. Men are ride a long time, which as long as we together, we happy. And a lot of men mind and men search sometimes. If you living with a woman, y'all been together for, oh man, y'all already married.
Yeah.
So from a whole doing the legal part of it is sometimes men don't even think about that. Men are just ride. As long as y'all happy, we'll ride. Until the woman, mention, all right, I want to be married. And he'll do it because like I'm with you. I ain't planning on going nowhere. I love you. So I'll do it. But a man probably won't worry about it. He can love you the same.
Right.
As you get older.
Right.
Yeah.
Like these guys said, as you get older, then you start thinking like, okay, well, shit, that knee ain't working like it used to be. Like, I might need to have somebody gonna ride with me regardless of what's going on, and I can help her, she can help me because everything ain't doing what it's supposed to do the same way. And as I get older, I want to have that person I know I can count on.
Right.
So you start thinking about it a little different and probably a lot sooner. And say, all right, you know what? I know I can keep her by marrying her.
Right.
And so now the whole commitment part doing the married thing is probably a little bit more prevalent now. Right. So I think it depends on age frames a lot of times too.
Well, is that when you make a nurse wife?
So do you think, so Nia said it's really not the small things. It sounds good, but men are not being real because a lot of times the small things are done and that's not enough.
He don't like her.
He don't like her.
He don't like her, period.
She said
he don't like her.
Have a whole breakfast
and still outside of the
He don't like her.
He don't like her.
She just provided the physical things. She can do all of that.
So Nia, what they're saying is that is probably something you
That's
dealt
good.
with
I know
because the
girl,
person
If a man
that
can't tell you, if a man can't tell you 5 things about yourself, 5 things about yourself that somebody else couldn't tell you, he don't like you.
He don't like you. He ain't into you
I
like
promise.
that.
Mercy, I ain't gonna hit this table because I want to hit this table. I want to be like scratch. But
Promise you. If a man can't tell you
That's
when you,
awful.
if a man can't tell you
you're agreeing
in
with
a conversation, right? If a man can't tell you just off your body gestures and no words has been spoken, how you're feeling, he don't like you.
He ain't into you like that.
So is that agreeable on all 3? Because
You can
Okay.
tell body tone and
Absolutely.
mentality of something going on. Like
If a person do something like this, and you saying to yourself, or
really?
yeah, body
Or this.
language or
if a man can't, if you have to tell that man what you're
Right.
thinking.
Okay.
Wait, you said
Wait,
something that whole
you don't have to tell me what you think.
No, I'm not.
Something.
I'm not saying that the
Yeah, I know
communication.
you-
I'm
I
not
know
saying
you
that.
might
I'm not
think
saying that the communication don't have to be there because it does. But what I'm saying is, it's like the preamble to the Constitution. Hey, I'm the introduction of something going on.
Right.
You should already know.
But that's on long term, isn't it? That's not too much of a short. That's not like I just met you.
No. This is after you
Right.
get to know someone.
Okay, yeah,
After you
let's
get to
clear
know
that up
someone.
because I mean I just met you. We having a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna know. You're
No,
not
I'm not gonna know that. I don't know if I like you a lot. Like you or not.
Right, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll know that I like you, but love can come down the road if we have some chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let me get back to
Brian
you.
is like,
Right.
wait a minute.
Let me get back to
He's
you.
like, wait a minute. Let me
Let me get back to you.
He's like, wait a minute.
And my thinking is one don't have nothing to do with the other. I know from a woman's the way y'all wired versus the way we're wired. If you do the little things, you cook the breakfast, you saying all that don't matter because he'll still, and kind of her post was like he'll still go out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is we're keeping it real. In a lot of cases, what's gonna happen? Those little things gonna keep me coming home. I ain't necessarily saying it's gonna keep every man from
Not every
dipping.
guy. Yeah.
Right.
It ain't gonna keep every man from dipping. He can love you to death and still dip.
Okay, I need you to
And so
comment on
all
that.
them little
we're not-
things,
we're not-
but them,
We're not doing
but
that.
them,
Yeah, we
them
need to do
little
that one.
things, them little things gonna make sure I'm 100 with you. And I know when I say 100, y'all say, well, why you would do that?
Right.
But again, you gonna be solid to me. You're going to be solid. You're going to get everything. Now, again, this is where emotionally we think differently.
Mhm.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We
Very comment. You know, we're coming back to that.
and so
one.
this is my thinking, like with her comment, is that the little things gonna keep me even more dedicated.
Yeah, and that goes.
But
both
it ain't
ways.
always keep me very honest.
Yeah,
Which
In
you
that
should be.
sense.
Yeah.
and it goes
Which
both
should be.
ways. It
Yeah.
goes
Honesty,
both
yeah,
ways
always,
with
yeah.
women too. It go the little things that you do
Right, the little
matters
things.
for us.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I'm almost out of gas. This Negro knew I was out of gas and used my car. Why didn't he just put?
But
gas
if you driving your car and you know you out of gas, if you say, "Hey, my car is almost out of gas," because I may not know that your car is
Oh,
out
I'm
of gas.
gonna let you know.
What?
Oh, you probably would.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, what if you having a conversation? Oh, babe, I'm about to pull up to the gas station, and then you have crickets. Nobody says, "Oh, baby, you need me to send you something for gas." What about those type?
Wait,
What?
I got
The
one
little
better.
things. The little
I
things.
got one better. What about I make an appointment for you to go get your oil change?
Right.
Brian.
How about that? What about that? So should a man actually go and take his woman's car, or should he just make the appointment and let her go and
He
get
pay
the
for
oil
it.
change?
Honestly, it just really
Depends
depends.
on what you
It
want.
depends on where they're at the time.
Yeah,
That's it. Because I could be flying out of town.
yeah.
I could be flying out of town.
But you're not.
You said
I'm
my
just-
point
I'm-
validated.
I'm
then.
just-
I'm just saying. It just depends on where you. It just depends on where you're at.
So Nia said her point was validated. It don't matter about the small things. He
You
still
know what?
Go outside.
You know what? Can I say
She
something
said
to
Brian,
Nia?
She said Brian just said it.
But I do believe the
All this
small
stuff can
things
go on.
matter.
You can dip out. You still dip out. So it doesn't matter.
Well,
what
you know what? But first of all, we
Yes,
need to
yes.
understand the difference between love, being in love, and attachment.
What the difference is, I read a book and said why men love bitches, and
Ooh.
brother line is that you don't cook food like you're a wife because you're not a wife. So why give him a meal like he's a wife,
Like he's a husband.
like he's a husband? Cook him small little hors d'oeuvres, like the little cheese and crackers.
Give him finger food.
Well, that's what she said in her book. She said she go get the little vino with the little sausage,
Vienna.
the Vienna sausage. She put a little toothpicks in there, put some ketchup and mustard on there, and that's it, you know. But we as women, we go out there, we cook a whole meal every Sunday. We invite him over, he eats or whatever, and then some of them take your food to another woman and say, "Baby, I cooked this." Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying, I think we're doing a little too much, you know.
Real.
Until you get
I think we need
and
another hour.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
but that-
until you get in a committed relationship, you start doing the wifey things. And to that, you do not do the wifey things. You do the dating things. And that is that if I feel like I want to cook a little something, I invite you over, then that's fine. If I cook, you know, if you expect me to cook, then I expect you to do
But
something
once
as well.
you're wifey, but once you are
I'm
wife,
gonna cook you everything.
no, tell me what a wife does.
What you mean? Wife?
Tell me what. Tell me
What you would do as a wife.
what
well,
you do as a wife.
For me as a wife, I used to cook for my husband all the time. But what I'm finding out too is that a man expect a wife to cook. I'm a busy person. I'm a busy woman. So if I don't cook, I'm gonna make sure you eat. So I'm gonna call. I used to call my husband all the time, honey. What do you? I would ask him what you wanted to eat before I had figured out what I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
So I don't cook every day, but I make sure he ate. I make sure I brought food home. I make sure he had some food home. You know, bring home for him to eat. But I'm not going to.
Hold on, there's nothing else in that cup, okay? There's nothing else in that cup. The only thing you're going to do is choke on whatever that's in there,
You know,
okay?
but I'm just saying, I just think women do a little bit too much in the beginning of a relationship. I have friends that be cooking every Sunday, every meal, and then she go to the next man, to the next man, to the next man. It's too much. You're doing too much until you find out is this is a committed relationship. Are you going somewhere? Until then, don't be cooking all them meals and doing all that extra stuff.
But I feel like that with some men. Some men do too much. They taking them shopping. They doing all these different things.
All
Trips,
that stuff he's
I never
talking
have.
all
about.
the lavish trips and
We have
everything.
never experienced.
I
that.
have not.
We
I have
never
not
experienced
ever had no man ever take me on no shopping spree
Me either.
or
Give me that black card.
or I just booked us a trip and we're going here.
I want a
Cash App.
I want a planner.
Cash App card. The
Yeah, black
cash
card plan, whatever
I
share,
never had that.
whatever the one that the metal card.
Oh, you talking about the
Right.
where mine's at?
Even
Mine's in the
though
room.
I-
Mine's in the room, and when I smack the window, it cracks.
Well, I have
I
one too, but I want the man's though. I want him to say, "Babe." What happened to the man to say, "Babe"? You know, when you're talking to this is what I have a problem. I'm going. This is the problem I have. I'm going to get my hair done. Crickets. babe, I need to go put some gas in my car. Crickets. I was like, dude, but you asking me to bring what you gonna cook or what you
But again,
Go ahead.
what I always say is, if you consistently get men like that, you have to do a self evaluation.
Yeah, because you're the problem.
Because men,
no,
because
I'm
you
not saying
shouldn't
I
consistently
get
get
like
men
that, but
that
I'm just saying-
basically is not supporting those things when you say those.
How y'all feel about this? Brandon says, y'all think marriage
Y'all
is
know,
more
I
of
think
a
I just
love
met Brandon. That's
thing
Brandon. I just met
or
Brandon.
more of a
Oh, yeah.
transaction?
Mm.
Love. Wait,
Now
wait,
it's a
wait,
transaction.
wait. What did he say? We're gonna go to Todd. He
Mm.
said
He
love
got some good questions,
fades
too.
and relationships are supposed to be beneficial.
Mm.
After the love fades, and that was the foundation.
What's left?
What's left?
Yeah.
And then Todd's like, not true. A lot of men cook as well, and don't
Exactly.
even want their
I
women.
want my
man to cook.
I cook.
Yeah, me too.
Good.
I cook. I'm not saying I'm Chef Ramsay, but I do good.
I know
I
it's like
cook.
we need some
Mm.
water.
I'm gonna have to dream
Well,
this.
I'm gonna tell you up front, I ain't cooking,
Look,
I ain't
and I
fixing
married
nothing.
him. I had a man take me on a trip.
but I'm not personally doing it because I don't have the time. So that's well. So when you
Right.
say you want a man who could fix stuff around the house, okay,
You can pay for somebody
I'm
to do
gonna pay
that.
for somebody
Me
to do it.
too.
We gonna have
Right.
somebody to fix it.
Right.
It just ain't gonna be me.
And just like if he need me to cook, I'm gonna make sure he eat. I may not cook every night. I know how to cook. I'm a great cook, but I'm not gonna. My cooking days are probably over now. But I'm gonna make sure that he eats really well. We may have Sunday, but I'm not gonna cook every day because I'm a busy person. I have my own business. He doing things. I'm doing things. So I don't have time to cook. We don't have no kids because I'm make sure he don't have no kids because I don't have no kids. But you know,
Y'all see, there you go. That's another thing.
what?
Y'all women, y'all have too many preferences.
No, when I say kids, I mean I want both our
Babies.
kids grow. I don't want babies.
Oh,
I don't.
I've been there, done
I
that.
can't go to
Yeah.
Disney World no more. No, I'm saying if I have my grandkids, something we could do that. We go to Disney World on a date or something like that. I don't have no problem. But I don't want to deal with babies in a relationship
Right.
at this
You've
point in
been
my
there,
life.
done that.
Yeah, been there, done that.
That's a good point. How do y'all feel about dating a woman with small children?
that's their question.
Oh, right.
No. My kids.
Right.
Not seriously.
Yeah.
He said,
Oh,
"No,
right.
serious."
Yeah.
So it's okay
Yeah.
for a woman to feel the same way. I don't want nobody. I mean, I had
Yeah.
somebody that had 2-year-old. I immediately told him, no, that's not what I want. I'm not here to change. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
play with it. I don't want anybody with a 2-year-old, 5-year-old, 6.
I think all of this conversation is really about because men are at different levels of where they're at. And it kind of goes back to our original conversation when we talk about you cooking for a man and why does he dip? Because that's the level he's at. He's not ready to be committed.
Right.
He's not
Right.
ready to be, and women trying to change him and get him to be that husband that they want. And that's really
So
what
we
it
do
is.
have to have this question answered because Brian mentioned it, you mentioned it, and it's reality. A lot of women are saying it too. When women are hopeless romantics, all we want generally, yes, you have women who cheat, you have women who want more than one man, but for the most part, women want one guy that's enough for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To
Mhm.
keep up with because we are nurturers. We want to put a lot, and that's a lot to do for a lot.
Mhm.
So one is good for us,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't mean we don't have the ability to cheat or
Right.
other guys are not interested in us.
Right.
We prefer one.
Mhm.
So we don't understand if our intimacy level is good, our everything, we're vibing, we're having a good time. I'm cooking, I'm doing all these wonderful things, but you still dip. What is the dip about for me?
But men want one too.
Two. You said
No, that's
one.
the that's my Baltimore. Men want one
He
woman.
said or three. Or three.
Women,
One.
men are the same way.
But that ain't what the song says. Men gotta have three.
No.
I'm gonna believe it that most men
I'm trying to get my grade.
want one at a
Yeah.
time.
Oh, you said a time.
Yeah. So, and to answer your question from my
Right.
perspective, and I've had this conversation with men. By nature, as human beings, we love variety. And when it comes to women, men
Yeah.
love variety.
That's true.
Some can stop the impulse better than others,
Yeah.
but as a human being and a man,
Mhm.
the way we're wired and the way we built, we love variety. And that don't mean that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, but the excitement of newness.
Mm.
And that's a human trait.
Right.
Yeah.
Like anything
So-
we get new,
Yeah.
new car, new house, we excited, we fixing it up, we're
Right.
decorating, it's a newness.
Yeah.
So what if she come home new? Like what if you buy something, some new breast or something, or change her hair?
That's why you saying. What if she came new every day? She switched up that hair. She switched up whatever. Is that new?
I just put new ties on the bins. It's still the bins.
Take go, Brian. Paulina say, Brian, that's not true.
Look at down real.
Okay, you gotta say, what do you mean that's not true? Like, what? Women are the same way. They just don't have to cheat to do it.
There's
Now, I agree with that. We
That's
do
Marlo.
like that. We do like that. We do like sometimes our husband or our man can take us for granted.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I showed up to church one time. My dress was inside out. My husband never saw it. As soon as I stepped up the stairs, the brother's like, sister, come here. Your dress is inside out. They're seeing it.
Wow,
Can I say
that's
something?
powerful.
Yes. He didn't like me.
He didn't
I know
like
he
you.
didn't like me. But
Because a man is going.
That's why he
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. If your man is
They all
into
like it.
you,
Yeah,
he gonna when you step
Before.
outside that house,
Before you step
before
out
you
you
step outside that house,
representing him. He gonna want to
he's
know.
gonna
check you.
look at you.
everything.
He's gonna make sure. And this is not this. This doesn't. I don't care if you're a size 2 or a size
Yeah.
36. He's gonna say. He's gonna say. He's gonna say, baby, hey, that's a lot. Hey, pull
Yeah,
that shirt down a
yeah.
little bit. He going to
That's
critique how you represent yourself and represent him.
Exactly.
He's going to. He's going.
Man, I love this show. Boy, look at here. I love
Yeah,
the
he's
Pat.
going to critique
Thank you for bringing these men on here. Boy, look at here.
He's going to critique you.
In the
Like
perfect world,
money.
yeah, in the perfect world, that is true.
Yeah.
But how many times you hear it don't happen? So evidently, how many women complain about their man not noticing them? You know, this happens a lot. This is why you have the infidelity
Mhm.
most of the time.
Yeah.
So it happens more times than not. Yeah, you're going to get a man that, you know, that's going to catch you and say, oh, babe, your hair color is different.
Right.
You're going to get that. But in the perfect world, in the world we in now, that's really not happening because more people are losing because of that.
Paulina.
Okay, so we can say this. Like, we don't speak for all women,
And we're not
That's
speaking
just
for all
all.
men. Everything that we
but
say
they're
is
coming
subjective.
from their perspective
Right.
and what they know and who they are, you know, like generalization.
And I've said that every man is in a different level of
Yes,
maturity,
yeah.
different level of life. I mean, we've all had our moments where she was fine, she was good, but we want to explore. We want to sow our wild oats. It's just being at a different level in life.
Right.
And then you come to a point where you're like, I got one, I'm good. They still look good. I might be attracted, but I'm good. You just got to get to that point.
I have a question. So I would say if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, this person has to be multidimensional. And the reason I say that is they got to be your homegirl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That you got to be able to kick it with them.
Mhm.
You got to be able to go out and turn up.
Yeah.
You got to be able to chill.
Yeah.
You want to travel.
Yeah.
You want to make money.
Yeah.
So this person really, the person that you're looking for actually is a multidimensional person.
Yeah.
So you're not looking for one thing. So the one thing that you're looking for, that ain't it. That's just for that moment. But when you meet that person meets you on all levels that you're at. Would you agree with that? For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You
Yeah.
can't just because in my experience, I've been married twice,
Mm-hmm.
and I do feel like, I mean, no judgment. We listen, but we don't judge. Okay.
Right.
But I do feel like you have to be a person that can roll with your man. Like if he wants to go to the game and he ain't got nobody to go with, you might not even like football, but you gonna throw on a hoodie and a hat and roll.
Go.
Exactly.
Right.
And or he might like to listen to music, or he might like this. So you really have to. And the same thing goes for you all. You might,
Ladies.
Yeah.
you guys probably, I'm assuming,
like
do stuff
ballet,
that
but you might have to go one time.
you don't necessarily like to do, but you'll do it because
Sometimes you
your
gotta
woman
go.
likes to
Sometimes
do
you
it.
gotta go in certain stores. Sometimes you gotta watch Lifetime. Sometimes you gotta do those things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do those things. You know what I mean? For real.
But that should even be a big conversation. Compromising
Right.
should automatically be a
Right.
part
Compromise.
I love this
Yeah,
guy.
compromise should be a part of it. Like as a decent human being,
Right.
that's basically what I should do, regardless. If I'm with you,
I agree.
No, I don't.
Can you speak in the mic to all the men so
Yeah,
they
I
know?
really don't like that. I really don't, but I'm gonna go. That's my girl, and so you gotta have that. So I don't think that's a big thing. I think we give points sometimes that things that should be natural.
Right.
and so,
right.
You know, and I'm fine with with basically doing the thing that I don't like to do. Because again, if I would be with you, then it's probably not going to be much. I'm not like I don't
Because
like
you're
to
with the
do because we
person.
already
Right.
kind of
You can't-
compatible.
right. Yeah, it gotta be
Yeah, we
something
already-
that you
we
like
already
about
kinda
me
compatible.
Right.
that
So-
you can find to connect
Right.
with me.
Right.
And if you can't find anything to connect with me,
Right.
Right.
you're just
Right.
not the
Yeah.
person.
You're not that person. And yes, ma'am, the time is over. So
Aw.
thank you guys. This has been Pat Nash
Yeah.
Talks on a hump day, not on a Sunday night. But I'm normally here on Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So jump in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of that. Thank you. And good night, everybody.
Yeah,
I'll
we
see you
get
Sunday.
into the juicy.
Hi, I'm Pat Nash, and I want to speak to you a little bit about dreams, about hope, about maybe giving up or wondering why you haven't moved forward. Someone asked me, how did you get here to be a relationship coach? It actually came out of a need for myself and what I observed looking around after I asked myself a couple of questions. Why was I not doing the things that I wanted to do? Why had I gone through divorce? I realized I was not the only one. You see, there's a lot of us who stopped hoping, who stopped dreaming, who stopped chasing our dreams or going after our dreams because we don't have to chase anything. When we look internally and figure out what it is that's holding us back, the sky's the limit and you don't have to chase anything. You attract it.